Thank you, George. So, definition of a garage band. You ready? White kids trying to play black music and failing gloriously. And here's my top 5. Number 1, you gotta start with the Beatles in Hamburg. 6 sets a night, 7 nights a week, for months at a time. This is how you get good. And what happens is, your standards get raised because you're playing the best songs on the radio. And when you start to write songs, you're better. Number 2, the Rolling Stones, what the Beatles were doing up north in England, the Rolling Stones were doing down in London. They were the first band to start playing what they called rhythm and blues in those days. Rhythm and blues was the ugly stepchild, and the Rolling Stones were their champions. They added Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley. It became a combination of rhythm and blues and rock and roll. And the Rolling Stones were inventing what would soon be called rock, and they started to make history. Number 3 was the Yardbirds. They would have the 3 lead guitar players that would pretty much change the game forever. Eric Clapton, replaced by Jeff Beck, replaced by Jimmy Page. They would pretty much be the 3 guitar players that would influence everybody, and again, playing blues and rhythm and blues, and inventing this whole new style of music. Number 4, The Who. Like the other bands, they also were covering blues, rhythm and blues, Motown, soul music. They would make the transition to what would be called mods, which was the first combination of music and fashion that would take over the British scene, but the basis of their music was garage rock. And the 5th is the band, and they were phenomenal very early on. Young guitar player Robbie Robertson. And they were doing the same thing that the British invasion bands would be doing. Again, copying black music, rhythm and blues, and in this case, some rockabilly thrown in, creating a new hybrid of music that would be the basis of the rock era that would follow for the next 30 years. That's what it is. You know, growing up, all those white kids trying to play rhythm and blues, never quite got there, but they invented something new.